Little Italy when, just before 9 p.m., police said a man approached the car, pulled out a gun, and fired those shots before running away.
This morning, police are doing everything they
Q50
can to find the
wildin'.
person who shot and killed a 19-year-old.
He was actually in a ride chair when the driver says someone came up and then started shooting.
And the Uber though,
in the
he caught him lacking.
of that vehicle.
Like, bro, you caught your op lacking in the back of an Uber and unalived him is crazy. Like, really think about this, y'all. Put your thought into allegedly Q50 shoes.
Today's video, I'm gonna discuss Bloodhound Q50 and Bloodhound Lil Jeff. They was like pretty much the Chicago Batman and Robin, going body for body, no Diddy. The 7 bodies that Bloodhound Q50 is alleged of having, and that'd be Lil Crew, Lil, D Money, who was a female, Lil Bruce, Monty, Lil Rob, and Baby KD. Bloodhound Q50 is a menace and he's bloodthirsty. He was shot in the chest previously and survived. So he turned his savage up even more after that.
Yes, he did.
One hit that he would be alleged to be on with Lil Jeff was the shooting of both Monty and Lil Rob while they were downtown at school.
Yup.
Literally.
Yup,
2
not
teenage
playing.
boys were shot and killed while walking out of a high school Friday afternoon in the Loop, Chicago police said. As 2 families and a community mourn, Chicago police have continued to search for the gunman responsible for the brazen daylight ambush.
Never
it
found
appeared to be business as usual on Saturday, just a day after the boys were gunned down in front of their downtown high school.
That's crazy, gang.
Great to have you with us. First at 5, a CBS 2 exclusive. This video just into the newsroom. A key clue for police. Video showing 200.
But they all got up through. I don't got bro. I hear them shots and I hear shots and I see homeless people running and screaming. I'm diving. I'm gone out of there. I'm gone. Like, what you mean, gang?
Station in the Loop.
You hear me?
Good afternoon, I'm Joe Donlin.
And I'm Erica Sargent. Police say gunmen opened fire on a group of teens as they walked out of school near Washington and Wabash today. CBS 2's Suzanne Lemignot is live at the scene with more of that exclusive video. Suzanne.
Exclusive video.
Joe, Erica, police say that these teens, just 16 and 17 years old.
Damn.
Those are the victims. I'm going to show you right now where this all happened. Now take a look here. They were shot just on the other side of this elevator structure that you see behind me, close to the street. The moments before and after the shooting were all caught on nearby surveillance cameras.
You see both victims here on the left side of your screen. Here on the right, a dark-colored SUV pulls up underneath the train tracks. At least one person
They crazy, dude.
running from the vehicle, ambushing the victims.
But like,
the shooter then runs
bro.
back into the SUV. The driver takes off on Wabash South.
But and look, and this is crazy because y'all doing this broad daylight. There's a whole bunch of people out there, and 12 right. You telling me 12 was around the corner, gang? 12 was right around the corner when y'all did that. Y'all wildin', real tough.
Chicago police say a group of 6 teenagers had just left a nearby high school when the shooting happened.
Several students were exiting the Innovations High School when 2 cars pulled up and a group of individuals exited said vehicles, fired multiple times.
That shit crazy. They tweaking.
2 of the teenage
bold as hell
of Innovations High School. These individuals were taken to Northwestern Hospital where they succumbed to their injuries. So we'd like to actually say again that our thoughts and prayers are with the families of these 2 students.
Witnesses tell us as many as 10 or more shots were fired. This woman says she was grazed by a bullet as she walked to her studio. She showed us the hole in her jacket.
Went through my arm, but just like passing by. And yeah, here.
I'd have been pissed.
So the bullet did that?
Yeah.
Not the Montclair jacket.
How are you feeling right now?
Super anxious.
Oh God.
Sad, and I was afraid that it hit me too by accident.
Hey, be blessed that you still alive, lady. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Them is some real demons.
Says
You feel
the
me?
shooting
Like,
happened right across the street from his business.
I saw
oh yeah, this dude.
somebody doing over there. I did don't, because I have a problem with gun come, shot come for me,
The shooting left onlookers and in shock.
My head going so heavy, I can't even talk. I can't go. I want to go home. I don't take the car to go home because my head is too heavy, I'm here 40 years.
Never seen
40 years.
I've never seen somebody steal something, some little thing, this is normal,
Damn.
But shooting, I never see. This is the first time I saw.
Yeah, look, North Drury Mall. So they do this in the suburban area over there, bro. In Chicago, that's crazy, gang. They don't give a shit.
Now, with where the shooting happened right here under the CTA train tracks, Chicago police say they're going to be reviewing CTA surveillance camera footage to see if the crime was captured on camera.
Yes, it was.
Footage.
Another alleged body of Q50 would be one of his ops named Lil. Police were investigating the deadly shooting of a rideshare passenger in Little Italy the day before. As CBS
The day
2's
before.
Terry Molina reported, the mother of the teen who was killed was involved with the anti-violence organization Project Hood. The organization called the shooting on Sunday a senseless act of violence. An ugly image tells the story. Bullet holes covered the rear passenger window of the rideshare car outside Rush University Medical Center Sunday night. The hospital was where a rideshare driver rushed their 19-year-old passenger, identified by the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office as Jaleel Goings. Goings was sitting in the car in the 1300 block of West Taylor Street in Little Italy when, just before 9 p.m., police said a man approached the car, pulled out a gun, and fired those shots before running away.
This morning, police are doing everything they
Q50
can to find the
wildin'.
person who shot and killed a 19-year-old.
He was actually in a rideshare when the driver says someone came up and then started shooting. We've got Joni tracking that investigation right now. Joni, good morning. What are we hearing?
Good morning. Well, that rideshare driver was able to operate the vehicle, and so they did what they could to aid the passenger. But the 19-year-old male, the victim, died at the hospital. That shooting happened just before 9 o'clock in the Little Italy neighborhood, the 1300 block of Taylor Street. Police say the 19-year-old was using a rideshare service when someone walked up, fired at him, and ran away. There were
He wildin'. And the Uber though,
in the
he caught him lacking.
of that vehicle.
But like, bro, you caught your op lacking in the back of an Uber and unalived him is crazy. Like, really think about this, y'all. Put your thought into allegedly Q50 shoes. He literally had to follow that Uber. I don't know if he just got in the Uber and he seen bro get into it, or he followed the Uber to the destination. I don't know, gang. You follow what I'm saying? But you was on his ass, bro, and that is crazy as hell, gang. Like what the hell, bro? Like, y'all, you tweaking, gang. Like, what the hell? I caught that inside, and if y'all, oh my god, that song that ever just popped in my head. And if y'all heard, Don't Blink, Don't Stare. Oh no, what is it? Caught that inside the Uber ride. Like, he literally said it. He caught his op inside the Uber ride. He said it, gang. Like, he literally snitched about him catching bro right here. Like, yeah, you did it, and then you self-snitched. Like, what the case is being built.
The driver took the passenger straight to Rush Hospital's emergency room, where police were called. They investigated there and on Taylor Street. That shooting was right across from the public library. The 19-year-old died at the hospital. He has not been identified. Police say the shooter was a male. That's all they have on the description.
That's all they know.
Live. I'm Joni Lum. Now back to you.
Girl, that ass he died inside
Another
the Uber ride.
shooting / altercation
Wait, whoa.
that Bloodhound Q50 would be involved in what happened when not
was at the
only
studio.
Sheila, but YouTuber Brandon Buckingham both came out to Chicago with Q50, and a shooting happened with Risky Road. 4 men were wounded early Thursday morning in a mass shooting outside a music recording studio in the Old Irving Park neighborhood. The shooting happened right outside Fort Knox Studios, 4255 North Knox Ave. One of the bullets pierced the door, and the shell casing remained on the sidewalk hours later. A large crime scene was set up outside the recording studio, where violence shattered a normally quiet neighborhood. Initial calls from police described the attack as a drive-by shooting.
Oh God, I'd have been, man, this situation crazy, y'all. Hey, his cameraman got grazed too, bro. Like, woo, I'd have been pissed if I was there. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd have been mad as hell, gang.
Now, at this hour, we do want to show you some of the video from the scene showing that large police response this morning. You can see multiple shell casings on the ground as well, dozens of them, in fact. You can see officers walking around with flashlights investigating. Chicago police told us just before 2:30 this morning, 4 men were walking on the sidewalk when people in a dark-colored sedan began shooting at them. Two of the victims drove to Community First Hospital for treatment, while the other two went to Illinois Masonic Hospital. The men are all listed in good condition this morning. Now, video from outside Community First Hospital actually shows a black SUV riddled with bullet holes.
Hell no. They hit the SUV up.
North Knox Avenue, who says he heard a barrage of gunfire early this morning.
About 2:30 this morning, all
About
of a sudden
2:30 this morning.
I woke up and heard gunshots, and it sounded like automatic machine guns or something going back and forth.
You know what was going on?
Probably about 20, 30 shots. It went on for a good 5 minutes or more.
Now back here live from the north side, this is a very industrial area. The man that you just heard from right there says he's never really heard anything like this before. Still unclear this morning if the shooting has anything to do with Fort Knox Studios behind me. Of course, as we learn new information throughout the morning, we'll be sure to bring you a live report.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be funny how the news, they be like, we'll find out if this has anything to do with the studio or not. And then that whole night, after that, like 10, 20, probably like 30 minutes after it happened, era, we all know on social media what happened. Ain't that shit crazy? But the news, they gotta use real sufficient evidence. You feel what I'm saying? But we, deep inside, we already know what happened. Like, that shit crazy. Really think about that, gang. Like, the social media is the news. We don't even need the news. Like, you feel me? Like, for the weather.
His own demise. Lil Jeff continues to make waves in the streets.
Lil Jeff was wild.
It was rumored that he was not only a rapper and Bloodhound member.
He was a hitman.
But he was also a paid hitman. And he would do hits for money.
Yeah.
One of his hits would be on 3 Men out in
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Chicago. So you have a lot of Chicago gang politics and sets that spill out to Milwaukee. So it's like a baby Chicago. And a lot of members from the Chi feel comfortable moving around out there.
That's crazy.
3 men were killed Sunday morning in a shooting near North 54th Street and West Mill Road in Milwaukee, police said. The medical examiner's office told WISN 12 it was called for a report of 3 dead men in a home.
Police
said
is
all
crazy,
3
dude.
victims were from Milwaukee and are ages 26, 39, and 52.
That shit crazy, bro. Unalive and three unalive people in the house.
The case involving 3 men shot and killed execution style at an apartment in Milwaukee is still unsolved. 2 of the victims were brothers. Detectives say
they was
it's
brothers.
going to take the whole community to get this killer off the streets.
They ain't no more pain. They ain't gonna hurt no more.
On March 28th, a day after the triple shooting, droves of people came out to remember the 3 men killed. Anthony Thompson, Tyrese McKinney, Clarence Harris.
When are we gonna stop? When are we gonna love?
The day before this vigil, family members of one of the men called police when they hadn't heard from him. Milwaukee police detectives say they went to the apartment at 54th and Mill Road.
When they got there, they found that the door was ajar to the apartment.
Right.
And when they entered the apartment, they found that there were 3 adult males.
Oh my God.
That were all deceased of gunshot
I ain't gonna lie. Imagine you calling your homie or something, right, gang? Or your family member or something. They not answering or picking up the phone, right? And then you go to their crib, you see their door bust open, you like, what the hell? You walk in there and you see a scene like that, bro. That's traumatic, bro. I can't even imagine the trauma that woman going through right now. That is crazy as hell, gang. Like, what the hell you all got going on, bro? Unaliving 3 people and they just there. It's crazy, bro.
Detective Tim Keller says they believe it happened around 2 in the morning.
2 in the
while
morning.
People were sleeping, which makes what they know about this case limited.
That's crazy as hell.
One of the victims that resided at the residence where this occurred was engaged in drug dealing from that residence. And that's potentially the motive for this. People sometimes are hesitant to tell us what type of activities their loved one was involved in that could have led to their death. It really does not matter to us other than potentially figuring out a motive. We don't work any less hard on a case just because someone was engaged in drug dealing prior to being killed. We need that information to come forward. And no matter what the information is, if someone in the community knows who is responsible for this, we need a person who's capable of entering someone else's home and killing 3 people to be held accountable so that they can't do this again.
They say what matters most is that lives are lost. There's a killer on the loose, and families have been ripped apart.
2 of the victims were actually siblings. So there was a family that lost
2.
A mother that lost 2 sons on that day.
Damn.
And that's an incredibly sad thing when you think about. It's hard enough to lose one person in your family to violence, unexpected violence. But then to lose 2 people at the same time.
It's wild.
And then there's another family that lost a loved one. And so that's 2 families that were grieving over something that is just, there's no excuse for what occurred there. None at all. And that's why these people are so dangerous. People that do stuff like this, they're so dangerous. And that's why we need help to solve this.
Yo, let me know what y'all feel about this little video. This video is crazy. Q50 out here wildly. He catching them lacking in Ubers. He running up. You know what I'm saying? He catching this ops. He taking the drive to different cities and shit. Gang, you wildly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told bro. They probably building, feds probably building a case on you. I'm going to keep it 100. We see what happened to Lil Durk. Bad. Quando. Bad. Young Boy. Bad. Hey, if you out here unaliving people, they probably really build a case on you, really to hop on your ass. You know what I'm saying, man? This shit crazy, man. That's my advice to bro. I know he got arrested recently. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. Don't worry about nothing else, gang, because it's not going to get you nowhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got something that a lot of people wish they can have, and you was blessed with the ability to scale it and to do things that a lot of people wish they could. You feel what I'm saying, man? I know you probably got the world on your shoulders and you going through a lot of pain right now. You hear me, man? But just keep grinding, man. This for everybody else in this world too, bro. No matter where you at in life, the lowest of the lows, highest of the highest, keep grinding, bro. Any situation you in, bro, you can grind and make it up out of that. No excuses. No matter how hard it is, we can all do it. We're all capable of it. You feel what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all feel about this video about Q50. You hear me, man? Like the video, share, subscribe to the channel. Y'all in the trenches, man. Y'all stay safe. You hear me, man? It's on with y'all, gang.